This thing works. Let's see. I've been trying to get these right, but hopefully it is. But what's up with it, y'all? Welcome to the Beyond the Smoke podcast. Is what I named it. I think I named it that because you know I've been wanting to do a podcast, and I think like it was supposed to be beyond smoke and mirrors, not just beyond the smoke. And I think I forgot. Did I write that down? Yeah. I see. I just labeled it wrong. I labeled it wrong, but my bad. Don't trip. It's nothing. It's nothing. We're gonna just keep it going though. But I think I named it Beyond the Smoke because when we listening to a lot of stories that's going on, it's like we so quick to just believe things and make that a part of truth. And a lot of times it don't be that. It might not even be that, but that's what we do. We just make it true. So I'm going. Can we go beyond that? Can we go beyond the smoke and mirrors? Can it be like a lot of underlying things that we ideas that we have that we just accept and we actually believe, and then these ideas that we have and we believe, they start to create the reality that we choose to see, which is the trippiest thing because it doesn't matter in your mind right now, each individual mind that's going on right now, you can actually see that they have a system of belief that they have, and that's what they run with. It don't matter where it came from. It could have came from the parents. It could have came from you going to school or you going to church or where whatever you was doing. It came from these different things, and the you that is in there that grabbed all these different things believe it to be so because along the way when you picked up all these different things you start design reality the way that you wanted it. Now I'm going, if you could think beyond what you believe and what others believe and what the ones came before us believed, like what would that thing be? What's up with it, Hugo? What's up with it, everybody out there? As you know I run a Discord to where it's like always kind of live to where people can come in and they can chop it up. They don't have to like sit in like on here trying to throw out questions and stuff. You can actually join the Discord. But it's been a minute since I've been live because it's been so much going on. But I'm just going, bro. Well, reality the more you do psychedelics, the more reality get trippier and trippier. It doesn't, and it don't stop. It's almost like it's an underlying energy that's going on, and everybody and everything is putting their own picture around that underlying reality, that underlying energy that is making everything what it is. And it's like crazy because everybody that you see, like I said, as you go, you can see them generating their own reality, their own loves, their own. And that's the wild thing about it, because even when you think about love, bro, I always say this: when you think about love, everybody love different. Everybody has their own love. Yeah, we do need a Wally one. Hopefully, I wonder if Wally even woke right now. I'll try to call him in a minute, Hugo, and bring him out. Gaming, gaming knowledge, true. It might kind of quiet, by the way. Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. Let me turn that thing up, son. Hey, is that better? Is that a little better? Is that a little better with the microphone? Yeah, hopefully that's better, man. But nah, yeah, but I think like at this point in my life, I kind of see the world as a stage, and it's like everybody's standing on this stage, going, "This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am." It's like everybody is acting out. You feel me? Everybody is acting out and acting like something else that they're really not, and it's like trippy because if you go around, bro, you can see it. It don't matter where you go. You feel me? That's like I said, going into like Burger King and having somebody, you see somebody behind the counter and they got on a McDonald's outfit. It'll blow your mind. It'll mess you up. It'll throw the game off. It'll be like, hey man, hold on, bro. I thought this was Burger King, or But everywhere you go into, no matter what place, what's business, what's establishment, a family member house, everybody's got their own persona that they're acting out. It's like they got this mask on of this is who I am. Like everybody, we all have family. Like you got people that act as gang members. You got people that act as law enforcement officers. You got all these different actors like playing all these different roles. And it's like this world, that's like what the world is becoming. It just became this giant stage where, the best actor kind of wins, bro. The best persona that can be put on, it kind of wins. It kind of, rules supreme over the other ones, bro. Like, even when you think of, man, it don't matter how you put it, man. It's just, life is trippy. Life is trippy when you start looking at things and not like really like judging it, just watching the actions of people in life just being life. Which I think, we are, it's like, even if we start with the God thing, like, if I was to say like I don't believe in God, like people would get angry about that, because it's like it's got to be something that's controlling everything. It's got, and that's the thing, right? When you go and you play a video game, like you're in control of that game to a certain extent, to where you might control the player and all this, but at the same time, it's the you that's controlling this player in this video game. It's the you that's doing that. Like I was watching so many weird videos of people that just kind of lost their minds and they thought they were God, and they was walking around as God, telling people I'm God, to get your hands off of me, talking to the police, and it's like, just what if, in a sense, that was the thing? That is the thing, that all these people are playing this character of God, because it doesn't matter how you put your mind together and make your mind believe what it believes. You are still the holder, the one in charge of making your mind believe that. It don't matter where it come from. And it's like, that's why it seems like you can have all these different gods. You can have so many different gods, and everybody God play a different role depending on the individual person that's believing in that thing or running with that thing. And it's like, I don't. It's getting like real weird to me. And like sometimes, bro, I wake up, I'll be like, I don't really want to see it no more. That's why you see me doing stuff like going out, just trying to get away from this I don't even know what to call it no more, this spiritual thing, because it's like it's not something that you have to go and find and obtain and get for yourself. It's something that already exists within everybody. So it's like you're not even, like, we think we going out and we finding spirituality when everything, we not seeing that everything is spiritual. There's just certain aspects of spirituality that we try to find for ourselves in order to fulfill ourself. But we point out anything in life, and we can make that into a good godly thing, or we can make it into an evil thing. And it's like kind of weird, because that's when you see, like, you think these people are going crazy in even claiming that they're God, but they actually are, because they're the ones that's going, making all the decisions in their life, making all the decisions for everything that they do. So they are that thing. And it's like everybody is that thing. The one thing that I was tripping off of is when we was talking about the other day, is that connection that everybody have, though. Like, that's another further out thing, because even in your mind, that you yourself, like, there's a connection between everybody. And it's like, what is that connection that connects everybody? Like, how is it even a possible thing? I can go and I can take a substance and I can be able to be in your mind. I can be able to see you talk or know what you're gonna say before you say it. Like it's almost like we in a pre-programmed game or something, like the pre-programmed game of life, to where it's different switches that you can hit to where you can see the future, you can see the past, you can see other existences that seem like they here but they're not here. And it's like trippy, bro. I'm telling you, it's trippy, man. I'm to the point to where like I said, I believe everything, but I don't believe nothing at all no more. But I think everything is possible because I done seen everybody believe have so many like beliefs that led their life that it freaks my mind out. And it goes, you can make this thing into whatever you wanted to make it into. It doesn't even matter. Like anybody can come into this world and design their reality the way they want. Even if it's wrong, even if they feel like destroying a gang of people, like they can make that a part of their reality and be able to do that. And then the only thing we can do is sit back and go and judge it and go, that was wrong. That was wrong. That was right there. That's the right thing to do. That was the wrong thing. And like that's all we can actually do. That's all we can do. But we take it even further because even when we start learning stuff that shows us life and life gets better for us, we want to go and make other people take it. We want other people to take it, and like it's like you have to take it, and if you don't, then you foolish, you stupid, you ignorant, you it's like that's when all of the name calling come, when somebody don't accept the belief that you have. And now I'm like to the point I don't, I want you to believe what I think people should have, the belief they want, because that's what they doing anyway. It's like everything, it's like we think everything was given to us, but a lot of stuff was just like forced on us. Like forced on us. Like you had to forcefully take this thing and, because you got to be this person. This is the person that we want you to be. And it's like you never had the chance to sit down and go, man, wait, hold on. I kind of like this over here. Like even I see parents do it with their kids, force their kids to be something that they wanted to be when they were growing up, or something that send them on a route that they wanted to take when they was young and they couldn't do it. So it's like now I got to put the pressure on you to do it because I wasn't able to do it. So now you got to do it. So it's like it's just a revolving door, like over and over and over and over and over again. It's like, when do it stop? I don't think it's gonna stop. It's like crazy because everything been going on for so long. It's been going on for so long, and nobody ever had control. I don't think anything has control. I don't think nothing. There's nothing that has control over everything that's happening. It's nothing. It might have, you know, a little, like a, 20%, 5% or something like that, but it don't have control over anything that's going on, because you can't hold every individual. You can't make sure every individual is going to do this or do that. Like there's not one person that's that powerful that can do that. Not the president, not God. We see that there's nothing that can stop this or stop everything that's from happening, because it's almost like they try to say like it was written, it was already written somewhere. And I feel like we the ones who wrote it. We wrote it. Like we can put it on everything else, but we wrote it. We wrote all the shit down and said, this is how it's gonna go. This is how it's supposed to go. Because we already knew that we controlled our reality. We controlled how we look at things. So once we recognize that, we just start putting the stories out. Because that's what life do. Life create all these different stories. It's a stage. Everybody is standing on the stage, and we got to create all these stories in order to make it fascinating, to make it sad, to make it good, to make it bad. We have to put all these different stories, and it's like almost like now I see the stories just overlapping themselves. It's like the stories ain't changed. Like the only thing that changed is the person, and the person is going about it differently because we got different stuff existing right now, but people are doing the same thing regardless of what. Like I was watching this show last night on this it was this guy, right? Like what was this show called? It was called, like, it was something like about a psychopath, or like psychopaths. It's like a TV show, and it got like 7 episodes. So I like started with the first one because I'm like, I want to look into the mind of a psychopath myself so I can see. And like they had this one guy, this is funny, bro. It's funny, but it's a little bit too much. But what he basically did was he went around looking for handsome men in order so he can put them into his portfolio, and he can, sell them out like to women and stuff like that to take on dates. He was like a pimp. Like basically, they don't call it that though. When the white people do it, they don't call it pimps. They got a whole nother name for it. But basically, he took dude and he brought him on the team, and then he started, having him do photo shoots and all this stuff to where dude kind of blew up. So the thing that what interested me was the fact that the guy was like in the psychedelics. You feel me? He blew up. He got with another supermodel that was a supermodel that blew him up even more. But then he started getting into psychedelics, and he kind of started pulling away. And like he was trying to do these mushroom ceremonies. So I guess he called one of the girls, over in order to do the mushroom ceremony with him. And they end up calling. I was going to do a video on this, which I should have. A escort, a male escort at that though, Nurse Elliott. Yeah, a male escort. But the thing is, he was tapping into his spiritual side because he was like a masseuse and he did all these other things. But what made it fascinating is like he started diving into psychedelics and having the psychedelic experience, and it was making him get real spiritual, which we see a lot of people that get too spiritual, they turn controlling and they kind of just lose their dang mind. I don't know what it is about diving in too deeply into spirituality, because when you go all the way, there's no coming back. Like right now, we like in the human body having the human experience. No, people want to be outside of that. And it's like sometimes you go so far, you lose your humanity or whatever they want to call it. But this guy basically had this mushroom ceremony with just the one girl, and he ended up knocking her off, like beating her to all the way till she was done. She was no longer. And it was like, it just made me think about that thing right there. The fact that, okay, you can have people like us and certain people that come together and that dive in on psychedelics, and it heals them. It helps them in certain parts of their life. It should give them information and show them different things. But then on the other side, you still have these kind of people that take it and it make them kind of lose it. And I'm not blaming the mushrooms, because the guy was actually taking steroids, and you feel me, and some other stuff I wouldn't like to mention. But I even seen some people. I had made a video, right? I had did a reaction video, which I hate doing reaction videos because every time I do a reaction video, they always hit me with a copyright claim or something. So I just kind of don't even be doing it. But this dude, basically, he was a firefighter and he got busted for selling drugs, and he got caught with LSD, mushrooms, DMT, and Molly, right? And I did a video on it, a reaction video, but I didn't go through and do all my research. And I'm like, well, why would they bust them for that? They trying to help people. They doing different. And woo. I'm like, talking through the video. Then I'm like, in the video, I said, hold on. Let me go do a little bit more research. This is what I said in the video. And I jumped to another video and come to find out they got caught with methamphetamines, cocaine, all type of drugs that was just like beyond the level of drugs. And it was just like, man, I had to kind of cut it off. But I think in the psychedelic society, like, people think that the psychedelics actually change people, and I think it do, but it don't at the same time, because you got to understand, even though you using the help of the psychedelics, this is still you working on yourself. So you can't blame and say that the psychedelics is the thing that's doing this, because this is you. You the one who said, I need this help, and this is the only way I can get it from. Because other people that went to counseling, other people that went gotten drug rehab, and they made the same decision, but they went a different route instead of going with the psychedelics. And like, it's kind of, I just feel like the psychedelics change people, but it don't change you. It don't change you. All it does is it kind of makes you look at things differently. It gives you the option to change if you want to. But when you go so far on psychedelics and you see that you are this God thing, like you, a lot of people take that so far, they take it real far, and they begin to try to play that role of that God character. They begin that, like, you got to listen to me because I'm the one. You got to know you got to understand what I'm talking about, because, and that's what they start to do. Let's see. I guess this the way reality is now. I don't know, bro. It's, somebody else said something. I said, dang. Humans control the vision. Yeah, but that's one thing that we all know, is that humans control the vision. That's why we write history the way we write history. It's like as if the ones back then didn't understand what they were or who they were or what they were going through at the time. So we can look at it now and we go, oh, well, hold on, this is what it was. The Black Plague, it was this disease. Everybody caught the measles. It's like we always kind of rewrite it. We have to rewrite it because a lot of things that they were going through, they didn't really understand. It took them a minute to catch on and beat the things that they were overcoming. But we rewrite it because we got a little more knowledge of today, and with what we're doing. So it's like we rewrite it every time. So it's like almost like back then it didn't really even exist. We have to make it what it was. We have to write it what it was. I think this is what we came up with this right here, videos, and like now we can record it and you can see one person talking. Like 1,000 years from right now, they can see this video, but this video but this they gonna watch this video and then they're gonna go boom, like this is only 1% of what's going on now. They gonna look at this video and they can't make this is who we was back then. No, because this is who I am right now. They can't turn this video and say, okay, this is how all the people was. This not even 1% of it. It's probably 0.0000001% of what's going on right now, or what this is right now. But they gonna look at it, and by then they gonna be so further advanced with spirituality and knowledge of the atoms, and and they gonna have so much more information than what we do now. Is that they gonna look at this and go, dang, okay, this is where they had it wrong at. This is where they had it wrong at. See, what he's doing right here is this right here. They're gonna start doing that. They're gonna start doing that, and it's gonna basically tell a whole different story of the story that we're just playing out right now. That's what. Hey, but no, we do. We do control each other. That's one of our primal things. We have to all together, bro. It's like life wouldn't be life for humans if we all wasn't working together to make it what it is. Because us all as a people, everybody that live here in the United States, is making the United States what it is, what it actually is. And that entity of the United States doesn't want to die, because that thing is now alive. It's living. Like Israel. When Israel fell, like Israel, it was alive. It didn't want to die. It didn't want to die and become another place. You feel me? Each time one of these places come up, and that's what we do. That's why we build the things that we build, and all these different sculptures and stuff to still keep the presence of that thing of alive. And all it's doing is it's just kind of just transforming into something else. But it's still Israel. It's still Egypt. It's still all these different places. You feel me? That then spread from one place, and then even though the names change, it's still being ran the same way as that first place was ran. It might have be a little more advanced, but that's it. It's still running the same way, bro. I think that's one of the things that they was always trying to show me is the fact of how things evolve, how one thing can be created, and over time it'll evolve, it'll keep changing, it'll keep bettering itself, because we don't look at the inanimate objects like they're alive, but they are, because we made them, we created them. So therefore, once we made it and we made a buggy, after a while we got better and better with making that thing. But that thing will always exist. Like with us here, will always exist, because we the one who's going to keep evolving it and changing it, because we got control over these different things like that. And those things are just us. It's just almost like a underlying layer of us, because where did it come from? It came from our minds, like everything else that we created. It came straight from here. So it's like almost like we that thing right there, that we can create something, and once we create something, we can make that thing last forever. That thing is going to last forever. That thing is going to keep doing that. True. Is there a link to your Discord? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let me I did the image get built upon, added to. In the future, there's gonna be a book of truth in the space Bible. Hey, we hold all those places. I'm about to post a Discord on YouTube right now, but we hold all those places in our head. I said, we hold every existence that ever existed before us within us. That's why when we travel, we can go to all these different places, because we hold pieces of all of it. There's nothing that we don't have in there. Dang, hold on. And we will always have it in there, because we are when it comes to the imagination, like, we are the creators. We are the ones that's running that thing. We are the ones that are in control of that thing. And whatever we create, bro, we gonna make it last as long as we can. Like as far as society, like once we made that a thing, oh yeah, we gonna make it last as long as we can, because when it came to life, we brought it to life through us, through our minds. Dang, that's the wrong one. Through our mind, we brought it to life through here. So once we did that lets you, like, bro, it's so many different things that show you that we are those gods. It's so many different things that show you by the way that we talk, the way that we control things, the way that we manipulate our conversations, the way that we throw out our belief systems. Like, it's all there. It's all there. Even when a person like that, it make me laugh now. Even when I see a person like a preacher speaking, and when he's looking at the word of God, as he's looking and he's reading these scriptures, he's doing something else that is crazy. He's basically telling you what it says. He's telling you what it said. Look, this is what it say, and this is what it mean. He giving you the meaning of that scripture as he's telling it to you. There's nobody that don't do this. And a lot of times they meanings don't be the same as the last person you heard. It don't ever be the same. What's up with it,
One
crowd?
more time. One more time.
What's up, Ozo? What's up, Con? Man, if I would have seen, I didn't even see y'all was popped up in here. I didn't see nobody mics on. I just had it open.
What man?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Also, I heard nobody the same.
Oh yeah, no. I was saying like
What?
as far as like with what people believe. Like when the preacher is like talking and he's reading from this book, he's basically putting his own words in it at the same time. He's putting it, and he's telling you the meaning of everything that he's reading in order to get you to follow what he wants you to believe. He's giving you the meaning of like, okay, yeah, right here it say, thou shalt not do this. Right there, what God is saying basically is you need to follow me and thou should not follow any other.
What you doing? A live book?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I've been on live.
You talking about when somebody becomes the narrator, huh? Like, you know what I mean? The
Basically.
preacher becomes the narrator and he
Yeah.
tells the story. He does the Spike Lee joint and he tells you this how it goes right here. Because it
Yeah.
says so right here.
Because it says so right here. Right here. I got it right here in black and white.
That's the That's the beauty of the like we be talking about all type of stuff, but if people know, they know, you know what I'm saying? But the Black's Laws dictionaries, the volumes of the Black Law dictionaries of why they could talk English in courtroom when they really talking trash about you and condemning you in English is because the words can be translated into many versions. So that's why the preacher could do the same game with the monopoly of the Bible. It's a different game. Same
Yeah.
thing. Same rules. You
Yes.
come, you take these words and you manipulate them how you want, and you pave the way, and you print the story. Try to choose the righteous path, and just use these words to sanction what you're doing.
Hey. But that exactly the same. Exactly the same. But I was also talking about like the things that come out of the human mind that we create. Like countries and society and all these other houses and all this stuff. Like all that
Yeah,
is like it's actually alive because it lives within
yeah.
our mind. So that thing right there, that's why it keeps on transforming and getting better and better. Like with technology, once we got that and
It's
we
like
started.
if intelligence, right, is a life form that invades a species, then our species just happens to be the perfect one to manipulate, because sharks been around longer than us, but if you give a shark intelligence and it won't give him a edge on the other sharks that don't know nothing. They just know how to chomp shit down and eat it. It won't give them a edge. But to us and our species, it gave us an edge to manipulate stuff around us and
Yeah,
to do things. So intelligence can be like like them trips that I had, that it was a organism. It was a virus that that contaminated certain species, that would take it to its own, that would spread it, like, you feel me, like
yeah.
a contagion. Intelligence was something that needed to manifest itself. That's why Terrence McKenna goes into talking about, are we the organs of the machine? The machine is the machine, and it's a robotic and intelligence, smarter than us. But are we just the sexual organs of the machine to continue to create them?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking because that one experience, bro. It was just mind blowing just to see the body being its own thing and growing being its own thing and then creating the brain and giving the power to the brain to have control over everything. And the brain took control. That mud grew like legs and started walking around. It was just dragging the body. I was like, wait, hold on. But full control, like it became the president of the body. And it's and that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Like when you think about life in the world, that like not even life. Because when you think about life, the only life you can really think about or get is a human life. You can't understand the
you know
life
what?
of a whale, a dolphin, a
You,
shark.
No doubt. Book, what you told me just now makes sense to me in a way like, the organism of the human, if you look through the human form, and they try to make us focus on the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of the brain and tell us that this is the part that does this and does that. But the big thing that we've seen through psychology and shit is that one side of the brain, the left side, is like a skyscraper of information, of things processing, of things adding up, of subtracting, of doing the calculations, of doing all this. And then the right side of the brain is listening to stuff that we don't notice. So the left side of the brain can't hear a movie that's been sped up 5 times fast, but the right side of the brain hears all that stuff, and it's being so now we're watching movies in the movie theater, surround sound, and we're watching a movie, and we don't know that the movie's really only an hour and a half long, but they made the movie almost an hour and 80 minutes because they added a bunch of stuff in there that the right side of the brain can hear, pick up, detect, and reprogrammed and put away for something later, to then the left side of the brain continues to move, and you don't think that you heard anything. You heard sounds, you didn't really know what was going on. So it's like we're very easily programmable in a way, what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, back to what you're saying, is that the organism of the human, they try to make us focus on the mind and on the brain, on the left side, right side, the frontal lobe, and these things that could be cooked, that can be tricked. What I'm saying? But what they
Yeah,
don't let us focus on is the other parts of the brain matter that's in the stomach, that's in the heart. And they try to make us cut that off so that we don't listen to our gut feelings and we don't listen to our heart chakras and all that stuff that are also brain matter that's connected to the entity, that whatever it is that creates our intelligence. Part of it's in our heart, part of it's in our stomach, part of it's in our brain.
yeah.
So they're trying to make us focus on just the brain part, the part that we think is the left side, when it's really they're attacking the right side, the stuff that's dormant, the stuff that we don't hear, using optics and
That be
high frequencies.
it be wild
Mhm.
because when you even think about the brain and just the body, all the different parts of the body that is asking for its own thing with the brain. And the brain is giving your
Yeah.
taste buds what it want to taste. You know, it kind
Hmm.
of drowns out certain sounds so your ears can hear what you want to hear. They let your eyes see
No
what you
doubt.
want to see. But it'll man, the way it just do it is just weird because your taste buds will have you eating something that's not even good for you.
Well,
But
even
it'll
eating, right?
override.
I watched this thing where they was eating food and they was chewing to the point that they thought they were high. Like the people who
Go
went
go
there
put
and
it on
ate with
mama
these
charger.
older people, and they left,
Okay,
and they
well
thought they
wait.
were on psychedelics because of how much they chewed the food. And then they when they
Okay,
explained to
well
them
wait.
what the process is, that we digest food in our mouth.
Leave it on
So if you
charge.
chew it to the point that you're really ingesting the vitamins and the minerals of what you're eating, if you're eating the right foods, and it's digesting
All right.
right into your mouth, right through your esophagus, right down your throat, it's digesting as it goes down because you chewed it enough times. And it's like they so if you look at society, when you look at the whatever it is that's governing us to be the downfall, look at schools, how fast they make us eat at lunchtime. Look at when you go to jail, how fast they make you eat food. Look at when you go in the army, how fast they make you eat food. They don't even want you to digest that shit fast. They don't even
You
want you
can't
to know what you're
even.
getting into your stomach.
You better not be taking your time. Hey, it's all about
Yeah,
control, man. It's all about control. I
control.
was smoking the blunt the other day with my girl, and like we watching TV, and then I could just man, it almost turned in like that movie where they put the glasses on because everything just had words on it. It's
Mm.
like
Mm-hmm.
words was going up dude's suit, on his arm, on his hands, on his face. It was just words. Like everything was just like these words, and the words is what gave meaning to the thing that I was looking at. I didn't
No
understand
doubt.
that, but I'm just saying it was some trippy shit, bro.
Yo,
I think
you
that's
and
why
you
I'm not
Truman
getting
Show.
as much.
You in the Truman Show, bro.
The Truman Show. I said that's what I named this, man. The world is a stage, man, and everybody's standing on it.
Oh damn, man. You reading
The
the
world is
commercials
a
every second. You a walking commercial advertising, man.
You catch that? You
Yeah.
see that burger commercial, and know you don't eat burgers, and then you drive by the place and you see it, and you be fiending for a burger, and you forgot you seen that commercial.
Hmm.
I said
That's
everything
how it be.
they do. Like, it's weird because they even do movies like that. I said, dang. I said, when we even think away the ways we react in certain situations,
Bro,
everything.
if they sell you something that gives you cancer to the fifth degree, and they don't tell you on the back, warning, this gives you cancer to the fifth degree, then they are liable. So they give us the truth and the lies because so we could have swallow it whole. And then they say, we told you, we told you, but you don't listen.
I think everybody listen. They just hear what they want to hear. You feel me? And when you listening and it say it do that, but when you eating it, it tastes good or it's giving you that high that you want. You ain't tripping off that. You ain't.
See, but look, people don't want to hear that strawberry ice cream. Most of it, mostly 99.9% of that strawberry ice cream that's deliciousness is these little red mites that they take and they smush them and to make the pigment red to turn the fucking vanilla ice cream that color, and then they add strawberry pieces and they add flavoring, and this shit is little red mites. So if you did it in real life in front of somebody and sat there like a shaman and started crushing up these little mites and doing all this stuff in front of them, they'd be like, "Hey,
You gonna
man!"
eat them bugs?
But they
Boy,
go to the
I see.
supermarket and be like,
Did you see the
"The
one where?
government said this is good, FDA approved."
Did you see the one where dude took the top ramen and he broke off a piece and put it under the microscope?
Yeah, the ramen was out of pocket. This with bed bugs and shit and top all types of stuff was going in there, man. A whole
Little
bunch of
bug.
we out of here.
A whole bunch of, I don't know what that was. John the Baptist insect eating animals running around that thing. I said it's a whole life going on in that pack of top ramen. A
I
whole
wasn't
life.
ready. I wasn't ready for ramen. I wasn't ready for ramen. Here's a who, man. Nah, man, that was too much, man. That was that was
Oh, that's
that was
basically
ramen.
what it
Here's a
was.
who, man.
For real. The ramen here's a
The
who for
Whoville,
real.
Whoville was in there. Whoville was
Hey,
all up in there. The whole Whalen Park and
that
Disney World of Who's
people.
was in there.
Let's see, yeah.
I
And
was like, "Where's
plastic.
Waldo?" That was out of control.
Said
But
MK
we eat
Ultra
bugs. We
for
eat stuff.
real.
We eat big. Like people worried about little tiny bugs and
What's
stuff
up,
that we eat, but we
Elderman?
eat whole cows. We eat a whole hell elephant or some shit. Like people
Uh,
eat everything.
but everything
You
is
feel
more than
me?
here's a who, man. You feel me? We
Yeah.
in the
If you shrink an
macro.
elephant
To,
down to the size of a mouse, it's like disgusting. Like get that nasty ass elephant up out of here. But people will eat that thing, fricassee it up right there, goop scoop, a whole bunch of goop scoop on it.
yeah, when I seen the dudes eating the baboons, I said, oh man,
You
we was
they
just
put
living
us
day to
on a
day,
long time ago. You
hunting
remember?
baboons,
You
eating
remember?
baboons. I wonder what baboon meat even tastes like. Is it like an
Listen, man.
acquired taste? Is it
You
game
remember they
meat?
put us on about the Goop Scoop dudes in Indiana Jones. Remember
Yeah,
Indiana Jones back in the
yeah,
day that when that little kid, the little Asian kid he was with, got up in there and was at the table and they had monkeys and they was cracking the skull open
yeah,
with brains. They
yeah.
had they
Eating the
had snakes,
brains.
pregnant snakes, eating the live baby from the pregnant snake that was cooked. Um, they had all type of stuff going on that table, yo.
Oh, that is crazy, bro. I was watching. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Hmm.
And you remember the,
When he got
remember,
shot in the pinky toe,
yeah,
I
no,
mean his
but
big
yeah,
toe.
that part, yeah, yeah, he had the bunions. But no, the fact that the thing they did with the gold chains, you feel me? It was
Oh
like
yeah, he
saying
got
all
gold
the,
fever.
yeah,
Gold
he
fever.
got gold fever.
Yeah.
Every time they
He
showed
was
him the picture
mummified.
and said, "How you go to the bathroom with that thing on, with all that gold on?" It was like now today it's like that's what we see. We were seeing it then though, all the way back with the Egyptians, bro. We were seeing them wear the gold chains.
Yo, listen, he had he was mummified down though. You couldn't even see him. He had so
Yeah,
much gold on.
you couldn't even tell what kind of shirt he had on. Like, but that was the thing though. That was the thing. Dang, that reminded me of me seeing the Baphomet, and the Baphomet had on them gold chains. Dang.
Oh,
Well, I
word.
wonder if that. Yeah, I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Cause
True.
oh,
You
he
gotta
had
try.
on a gang of gold chains, but it didn't have like the emblems was like Nike and Reebok and 76. It was all the big industry names on it, bro. Like it was crazy. That would be a wild drawing if somebody could draw that. That would be a dope one. But yeah, man, this is the stage of life. Hey, have you ever thought about that though? Like as you was coming up,
Oh,
like like when we knew or felt like we wanted to be something or somebody, like the something that you wanted to be.
yo, you know what's crazy, right? I was just having a conversation today about I ain't buying what nobody's selling, right?
Yeah,
So, when I was a kid, I never had no. When they used to ask me in school, I used to laugh at them when they used to ask me if I had a role model or something. I used to be like, "Get out of here, yo, role model." Like, yo, I never, I don't care, fam. Like, I really don't know
yeah,
why it's so important for people to have somebody to follow or to be like them or nothing like that. I never, it never
because
crossed my, that
because
never crossed my,
so you just took parts of whatever you seen and you just made it a part of who
nah,
it is.
I just did the opposite of everything I seen.
I used to just.
Yo,
Oh, we going to do what?
I
Oh,
got,
let's go. Let's go.
like, oh, word, y'all getting in line? Nah, I'm out of here.
Like you didn't have them older cousins or uncles that you even looked up to. Like it
Well,
wasn't
yeah,
nobody that you
my
actually
cousin,
looked up to.
I followed him. I followed him. I just followed my cousin to the hood though, my older cousin, and then from there, all his older you know what I mean? Because he was older than me, so all his boys older than me, and all their dudes that you know what I'm saying. I just became cool with all the older dudes. Like I always had older friends, like you know what I mean. But they was
Yeah.
just, we was just out there like doing what we do. But I had issues, you know what I mean. I went to the hood with issues, man. I was just too daring to do stupid shit. So older dudes like shit like that. They like having young kids like that that they can send to do dumb shit.
Yeah, and
Like
there
you know what I mean?
go. There go. Young as a go.
Yeah, and they'll
Trying to
go.
prove
Yeah,
they
so they
self.
can laugh. The older dudes can laugh and be like, "Look at this dude, crash dummy."
Crash dummy. Crash dummy.
Hmm.
Like I hope you get through it 5 more times so I keep you making a little bread off of it.
Yeah, they want you a good crash dummy. They send you every time. Like we said, this one, this little whippersnapper, this one
Yeah.
will get through. He'll get through.
We know he gonna do it.
Yeah.
His energy. You feel me? He said
Yo.
energy. Yeah, energy is energy. That's crazy because you the one, you the decider of what you do with the energy. I
Yo,
always
you know like your cousin, right? Like your cousin book. Like you got cousins that these dudes, their energy. Yo, these dudes, like I gotta say it without getting all crazy on YouTube, but they got all the energy, right? So they're like the main character. So they'll get into a shootout with a thousand shots fired, and they'll be the only ones that don't get hit by no bullet. Cause, cause, cause they're the main character, bro. Like the energy is too much. Like they just, it has to see what's gonna happen in the next episode. We need another episode out of this dude, man. Let this dude slide, yo. Don't even graze him. We need to see more episodes of
we need
this.
to. Yeah, we need. Yeah, man, this gonna be. We need 3, 4, 5 seasons of this motherfucker right here because he
Yeah,
about to eat
yeah,
it up. He about to eat it
yeah.
up.
It's like we all. It's like right now, all of us are auditioning all the time.
Hey,
We're
you
all
know
on
what's
audition.
weird though? You know it's another cold thing, right? It could be a dude from your city that run the whole city, right? And then
Yeah.
but he run the city. But then he went he end up went to Milwaukee or something, and then somebody that run the city there knocked him off.
Yeah.
And you
Nah,
be like,
it'd be the weakest link. It'd be the weakest link in Milwaukee. It'd be the dude be like, "Yo, you got a quarter?" And the dude be like,
yeah.
"Nah." I'd be like, "Man, you out here, man."
Yeah. I said, man, that's another trippy thing that goes on because they can be, something to you. That'll just let you know the fear of
Nah, that just means that
thyself.
you got canceled. You got canceled. You feel me? That's all.
Yeah, the fear of thyself. I said I was thinking about like older dudes, like when we get older, like these youngsters be talking stuff, and you be like, man, you like, man, I like, dude, I did 5 years in the joint. Like, man, I don't care about that.
Nah, they don't care about that, man.
Nobody
So you
care
know what
about
it is?
how
Nah,
much time you
man.
did. Like, you sound stupid
Nah,
even
man.
saying
Nobody care no more. Back in the day when we was
that.
young, family names rang bells. You feel me? Like, oh, you
Yeah,
one of the, you know what I mean? You one of the Watsons. Oh, you one of the, like, you feel me? Like, the family name bells rang bells. So it's not, nowadays, these kids don't care about nothing. Like none of that is gonna slide or save your cousin. Your name can't save your cousin no more. Like back in the day, like you know what I mean, having little cousins and stuff that they say, "Oh, my
yeah,
cousin is this dude," and they go and they slide through danger zones that they be like, "Oh, I know his big cousin. Let him out of
yeah.
here."
Let
Like you know
him
what I'm
go.
saying? Like that don't lie. That don't ride no more, man.
Yeah, I know, right? At all, especially you go do like 15 years and you get out and you still be trying to punk dudes on the block. You gonna get snapped up.
Nah, that's why these
You gonna
older
get
dudes, right, that are my age, that are right, that like it's crazy. I posted the other day in the Discord. I was like, that is funny being the same age as old people. That if it's weird, it's funny.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
seems like these dudes are old as hell compared to me, and they're the same age as me, and it's like they don't get it. I know a couple of them that are in and out of jail. They come out of jail, and these young boys don't know you or don't care who you are, what you did, what crime scene you made while you was out here. Like
Why you and
they
they
don't
don't
see
care
none of
about
that. They don't
none
know
of
none of
that.
that. They don't feel none of the magic, fam. So it's like
Yeah.
you out here talking about who this and who that. It's like these kids is gonna leave you slumped somewhere.
Talk about some Curtis Blow. Curtis Blow. Yeah, Curtis Blow was running the block. Man, that was in the 80s. Like we was born in the 90s. Hey,
Yeah,
talk about Curtis Blow, man. Who is he? Bro, we ain't never heard that name before. Man, Blow used to have the whole
yeah, dudes be
block lit.
heartbroken. Yeah, old school dudes be heartbroken that come out of prison that be hard, push ups, lats poking out to the sides. They like you know what I mean. And there's some young boy with a purse will put two in you. You know what I mean? Young boy with a purse,
With a
man, will
purse
put
and
two in you.
some,
Pull it right out his little man purse.
hey,
Pull his little heat out.
with a purse and some
You
thinny,
feel me?
some thinny jeans.
Yeah,
Not
skinny
skinny
mini
jeans,
with some
some
Daisy
thinny,
Dukes on. Motherfucker will have
thinny
Daisy Dukes
jeans.
on and have a clutch purse in his hand and pull out a little biscuit out of it, yo. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah. It's
All
like,
this booty works.
it's like, I said, man, that's how But when you be a dinosaur in the game, man, sometimes you gotta turn down the T Rex. You can't be a T Rex your whole life. You gotta turn vegetarian
Yeah.
a little bit or something. Just calm down. Calm down. I see a lot of old dudes
No, it's
that
just
be
that,
on
a
YouTube
lot
and
of us,
everything, just
I
still talking shit.
Yo, Book, I think a lot of us, we had a lot of rules, right? And I think the main ones is the ones that was the most significant ones was that will always stand the test of time. That even goes into biblical times, I guess, is because it's in there too. Is mind your business.
Yeah,
Mind your
mine
if you mind your business, you won't have no problems in life, bro.
at
Like
all.
none. You
Yeah,
can
at
live
all.
anywhere in the middle of hell, and if you mind your business, they're gonna be doing fucking with
You gonna
somebody
be
else down the
good.
street.
You gonna be good.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do is mind your business. People
Mind your
can't
business,
mind their
man. Everybody
business
will
now.
know.
Yeah,
Everybody will
always.
know you because you mind your business. Like, nah, leave him alone. He minds his business.
Yeah, Cause that basically you get a business, you get a mind your own business pass.
Yeah, yo, oh yeah, that dude minds his business. Leave him alone, man.
Do
Nah, they
you?
good.
What about that other dude? He try to still be in all the politics,
Hmm.
be politicking. Oh yeah, I forgot he got crash dummies though. He got crash dummies that'll stun themselves out. Oh.
Yeah. There's always a prospect willing to do something. You know what I mean? There's always a prospect. People don't know about them boys, man. Them prospects are up and coming up and coming dudes that is waiting to get a shine, that some OG is gonna give him the, you know what I mean, that's gonna bless him with the, oh, he's a G now, like, you know what I mean, like,
Yeah,
you feel me,
yeah.
they can't wait to get a G code off of somebody, man, like, you feel me, there's plenty of those. That's why it's like it's good to
But
be
it,
humble, mind your business,
but
because you
that's
never
the
look like somebody waiting for that, like, you know what I mean.
do you know what's the other ugly part of it, right? Is like when you running like a set a gang, or you feel me, you one of the top leaders, man. If you go soft, you get knocked the fuck off. You get
Hmm.
knocked off. If you go soft and you
Yeah,
get to,
because
oh
you know
no,
why?
man,
Because
don't
they
mess with
don't
him,
know,
just let
because
him
they don't know
go,
how to
man.
do it.
You get
That's
it
why it's hard to put stuff down. That's
knocking you
why.
off.
You know what I mean? So if you put stuff down, you can't go back out there and act like you're still doing the same thing. Because if you don't want to do nothing, because now they're gonna catch you out there still acting like you do. Now they're gonna leave you slumped somewhere. So it's like, it's different though if you. Like, you know how people have got out by they go become Christian, or they go to the army, or they go. It's because they changed their whole swag and they left. You feel me? So it's like if you still in the hood though, and you want to change your whole swag now, boom, you want to be a family man. Now all of a sudden you switch speed. Now you're moving in a different way. You get a stupid job somewhere, whatever you do, whatever you got to do. Then you just going with your family from A to B. And when you come across people, they don't see you as a target. They just see you as, oh, he look like somebody mind his business. He's with his family. Like, you feel me? Like, it look like, and you can't be scared at the same time. Like, you got to look like you confident and you good, and you ain't got your chest poking out. You just trying to mind your business and get your family away from y'all's business. Let me get my family up out of here, y'all. Let me get.
they just
You feel me? Like,
they just
that's
hit you.
it. Like, if you
They
do it
just
the
hit
wrong
you.
way,
Like now that we
yeah,
older, they just hit you with the usual. Oh, what's up with it, OG?
yeah. If you do it the wrong way though, dog, you become food right away on the spot. The shark smell
Walking out
blood.
trying to
As
have
soon as
your
you start
chest
acting
poked
tough.
out. What you little nigga standing on my block for?
Yeah,
Hold on, gangster.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know, bro. He said this MK Ultra, man. They working the light on the MK Ultra got everybody. No, we if it is that, we the ones made it. Cause we the ones created all that stuff. And we said, man, this is what it is. In order to be a part of it, you gotta be like this.
Man, listen,
In
man.
order to be a part of my clique, you gotta be like this. It didn't matter what clique you was from. If you was from the spiritual clique, in order to be a part of my spiritual clique, you gotta be spiritual.
Yeah, y'all gotta wear
Yeah.
dresses. Y'all gotta wear suits. You can't come here with jeans on. You can't wear sneakers. You have to wear. You feel me? That's the part of the
Yeah.
clique, yo. If you ain't
Yeah.
got that on, don't come around here, man. Like, you
Yeah.
better. What you got on, man?
So
Nah.
when you pull up, they know you a part of this right here. No
Yeah.
matter what it is, you got that blue rag on, that red rag, you got on the suit, you showing up for church. We know he a
Nah, you
part
ain't
of this
acting.
because he's.
You ain't looking real Jehovah's Witness right now, man. You ain't looking. You ain't looking real witness stuff right now,
You ain't
man.
know you ain't a real Israelite if you ain't got that book with you. If you ain't got that
Hey,
book,
yo,
you ain't it. It's like, man, I
listen, man.
memorized all of it. Stop lying, man. Just
Yo, listen, you ain't looking real Amish right now, bro. Where you
hey,
going? Yo, you getting in the club? Nah, man.
that's the stage, man. That's the stage. I said, man, you know what though? If you think about it though, people will play the part all the way to the end though. To
To the
the end.
end, B.
To the end. I wonder when do that okay, when do it the realization of
When you turn into electricity again, you leave everything behind. When you turn
uh,
back into an electrical current, dog, and you up out of here, like you know what I mean? Like there's no, you know what I mean? You ain't bringing none of the Pharaoh's gold.
that's what Day said. He said, man, and I die for this ish too. You feel me? I'm gonna go all the way for the
Yo,
security guard, top flight security of the world. I'm gonna go all
of
the
the
way. I'm gonna
world,
crash out for it, which is
of the
trippy.
world, bro. Yeah,
Add me.
of the world, Craig. No doubt.
Did I? I don't know how. I don't know how to
It's
add.
hard to.
Oh,
It's
hold
not. It's
on.
hard. Like, a lot of things is electrical. Like, fear and for happiness and all that stuff. So those currents could be passed to somebody else. So People be trying to pass the buck all the time with a lot of things, trying to get you jobs or trying to do stuff. It's like
Nothing to do.
it's
Let's
up
get
to you
closer.
to want to what which monopoly, what game you want to play. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's all monopoly at the end of the day. You really don't have to have a job or check in and check out or punch in or punch out to. You could just entrepreneur the shit and find ways to make things happen. Like you could just invent things to make it happen. That's how ill it is. It's just like, it's sometimes hard for us as Americans to understand that because other people from other countries come over here and entrepreneur this thing like it was no thing. Like they come to the block and own our block on us right in front of us. Like you feel me?
Oh yeah,
So it's
well,
like it's because they come out here with a mindset that they just, what I mean, like they want to do stuff. We,
dang, bro.
on the other hand, have already been, the silent, I mean, the in front of our face brainwashing that they did to us, the schooling and all that other stuff, the principal, the teachers, all that structure, all that stuff goes into play with how we move in society. You know what I mean? People from other countries don't come over here with none of those restrictions, move way different, and they get ahead fast, faster than
What
us,
the hell?
because we've already been, taught something to move a certain way. We don't even understand that it's part of the problem.
I ain't gonna
Like you feel
listen to
me?
this shit no more.
We don't even understand it's part of the problem. And then when we really look at who's really the millionaires, there's people who dropped out, who got up out of there, who was like, what, man? Yeah, and used college and all that stuff to meet people, to have a Rolodex
Yeah.
of friends, of contacts, of connects, of people to make moves with. That's all you need. Like, you don't need none of that, nothing else.
That's hey,
Nothing else. Just
that's
that.
wild that you say that because I met this one older guy who a business owner and like that's what he was saying. Like he was rich. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, he said, man, I sent my kids to school. He said just for the little things, but he said I didn't want to explain to him that school wasn't really nothing. That it wasn't even worth going to. Said because I
Mm-hmm.
wanted them to, to have, something to believe in or whatever, however he said it. But it was like, dang,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Something
like,
to
how
waste their
come we
time
all
in.
seeing this? How come we all seeing this now? But I think we always knew. I think we always knew. I said
Frank
it
Mhm.
tripped
Sanchez,
me.
shit.
What you saying to?
Mhm.
Frank Sanchez wasn't bullshitting.
Man,
Say
Yo.
school is not a place for smart people, Morty.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Yo,
not.
listen, man. Rick Sanchez, man, from Rick and Morty ain't playing, man. He always gives you all the math, man. You know what I mean?
But it's something that they give it
Yo,
to
bro, listen.
everybody as they're in
It's
school that is making society keep
yo,
being what
bro.
it is. This is in order to keep it going.
No doubt,
LK
man. But
Ultra,
you know,
LK Ultra.
we don't took psychedelics, right? So it's hard for us to explain to somebody. Yo, I think to me, even hindsight, like you get through life and you go through things and situations, and they're never as clear to you as when after the fact of you've been through that situation that you could look back and then you even know which things you could have, would have, should have done, and all this other stuff. So it's like, yo, now reverse engineering, talking about all the woke, the woke thing that people are talking about, that people are talking about the toroid field and all this thing that the heart, is an electromagnetic thing with the brain and the, in the pineal gland and all these things and breathing in and out and all these vortexes that come in and out of our bodies and all these chakras and all these other things that come in and out of. So it's like, but on the natural note, from me personally, that I never looked into, never knew. Like, yo, I'm talking about the hood, right? We on the block. Like, we're just on the block. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We only know how to open the fire hydrants and steal cars and stuff like that. We worried about trying to get money, and we over here all in the ego, trying to, what I mean, have a whole sneaker store in our closet, have, like, what I mean, have dressed like every rapper, the best gear you ever seen in your life, leather jackets and crazy stuff. Like, this is our mentality. So I never thought of things like, when I took them damn psychedelics, yo, and I seen that I was inside of a toroid field. I seen myself as the center of this toroid field around me, and I could see reality bending all around me, like if, and it made me think of a glass of water when you put a straw in it, and you see the straw bent in the glass, but it's not bent. And I'm looking at this field around me, bent, and I'm breathing, and I can see the air going into me, coming through this field, and it's like, yo, the oxygen, everything, me, everything around me is like, yo, reality breaking, yo, telling me that everything is made out of sound, and we're all part of this orchestra of sound. and we're all part of this electromagnetic field, and we're this part of this field that is electromagnetic that makes it feel like it's solid, but it's not. And
Yeah, I
this is
see it
just for
like
me
a
taking psychedelics.
like
You feel
the
me?
like a wave coming off somebody hitting a giant bong, and you can't see that wave, but you can feel it. And I
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
within within that wave, we like probably like we way up there, we way far from
Uh,
the first vibration that started from it. We kind of far off.
listen, man. If all these things make sense, if all these things, if it's anything, all of them
Oh
go
yeah, I
back,
put a
reverse
link already.
engineered. Like, like we look at it, they talk about things like the smartest things ever said by humans, and we think about just fucking with psychedelics. And I don't know why I cuss so much when I talk, but I do. The sound, the vibration is mostly keys to everything in reality. Sound and vibration. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And you
And
think
it's like,
it's kind of
yeah,
weird though, like to think about because the sounds is what kind of helps build everything, what helps build reality itself. Like it builds
sound
what we
is
saying.
solid. Hmm. We don't get that though. We're on a level of reality, third dimensional. We don't understand how sound can be solid. Things that are sound and vibrations can be solid. You feel me? Like it's
Better.
so our entire reality has nothing to do with gravity or none of that stuff. Like it's all electromagnetic field of everythingness.
Sounds is just thoughts.
Sounds
I
is just,
mean, yeah,
but they're sound,
vibration.
they're vibrations.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
even a
when I was
thought,
here,
even a thought.
when I was on the mushrooms and I was hearing all them wild sounds, right? I didn't know what they were. I was just like kind of jumping around, looking left, right, up and down because I'm hearing all these different sounds coming from all different types of places. And then after about 2 minutes, it was like my face popping in, going, making all these car noises. It was just my face popping in, and I'm seeing my lips come out my lips as these sounds.
Damn.
And I was like,
What
what
man?
the?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
bro, I was geeking. Yeah, I was geeking
Yo,
that night.
that ain't even fair for psychedelics to be able to give a to our body that we should have known this since we was kids. Like a society should have been known this. Like how come like all of a sudden, it's like if you're sitting next to someone and you hear something pricking around on their head, you just stand up and look at the top of the head, like, what you got walking around in your head, man? Like, I heard something. It's like when you on psychedelics, you feel snap, crackling, popping in your brain. You stand up out of your body, you look at your own head, like, what's going on up here, yo? What's going on?
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
how'd
You
I do
said
that? Like, yo, you could
snap,
just do that?
the
Like,
snap,
yo, we could
crackle, and
just.
pop it.
Yo, I heard the
Bro,
snack. I heard Rice Krispies in my brain from taking psychedelics, bro.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I heard that. But I think the thing that freaked me out later is, like I said, when I had the dream and I was walking, I pulled up to Walmart and I got out the car and like people was in the parking lot sun gazing, bro. It seemed like it was a movie because everybody was standing there just looking up, sun gazing, and I looked at dude that was like close to my car. I'm like, "Oh, you getting it in right now, huh?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." I bam got in like 2 minutes and then I went into Walmart, but I was like thinking about all the people that was in that parking lot, the cars, the way the baskets were sitting in the parking lot, the way Walmart was, the way the sun was. Like I was creating all that. I was creating the sounds I was hearing of the cars driving by. Like within that dream, I was creating all that, all of it. I was being all those things. I said that's the fascinating thing about the oneness. Like when you kind of get that far of seeing that oneness thing, it's like you understand it because within your dream, that's what you are. Within your dream, or whatever
Yeah,
dream you having, it's all you. Every aspect, the wind blowing in the grass, the wind blowing
yeah.
itself, the clouds in the sky, everything in that dream is you.
Yeah. You're making me think of when I like I just was telling you about that toroid that I felt like the air I was breathing, me, my skin, the bureau, where the TV was at, everything was made out of this symphony of a sound coming from somewhere that was making reality. everything around
Yeah.
me. It wasn't like a directional sound. It was just like a emanating there sound, making everything. Like, and I was just seeing it like for the first time. Like psychedelics is crazy, man. Showing you stuff like that.
What's
Like,
up,
come on,
Black
man.
City?
That's what makes people
What's
not
up,
come
man?
back.
Oh, not too
Yo, what
much.
up, man? Teacher, man. What you
Yeah,
here to
the
teach?
sound is
Teach.
crazy.
They
But
say turn down the sound, bro.
huh?
No, I was kidding. What's going on?
Hey, they said, oh, not too
What's the-
much. It's crazy how the
uh,
sound just creates something. How it like the words, how the words like kind of even coming out, how they create realities in themselves. Because like even the sentence that like what you just said, the way I seen it, somebody out there probably didn't even see it that way. They seen it totally different.
Mm. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why
Like
when you see the
the
people that
oneness.
are deaf, when people that can't hear themselves speak sound so odd to everyone else. You
Oh
seen
Yeah.
that?
yeah,
Like when
huh?
someone's deaf, they sound like a dolphin or something. I don't know. They sound weird.
Yeah, cause they can't. Yeah, because
They can't hear
they don't
themselves.
hear the words, so the words is not fully coming out because
They
they
feel the
ain't trained their
vibrations
voice.
only.
They voice couldn't train
Yeah,
because they couldn't hear it.
yeah, yeah. You can use
Shoot.
that as a metaphor for unanalyzed life. If you don't reflect on your life, you could probably
Real.
seem very different. I'll say than most of the people that you're around.
Yo,
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
think book about and Black Skin, right? Like the psychedelics, right, show you stuff like unimaginable things that are hard to explain to people, but epiphanies of things, of reality, of things that it's like what the heck, and then you go research it and everything is check 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 check. So it's like holy shit, when you check everything and it's correct, it's like, yo, how come this shows us these, like you might not get names of things, but you get the perfect images, you get everything, you get like their detail, like you was with these beings. Like when you see Anubis or you see the lady with the arms, or you see Egypt or something, like even if you never seen certain things, you get the images right on the money. Like if it was a just like Hollywood keeps pumping out movies, it's like somehow from the ether somewhere, psychedelics keep pumping out imagery of things that have been shown to our species for hundreds of thousands of years. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, where do these things come from? Are they, we call it ether, but we don't even know how long the existence even is, or what existence is, because our species is just a infantile little species. So imagine all the things that came and went and been here, or whatever it is that we're in, whatever matrix we're in, whatever reality, if this is like like a simulation for souls that is like not a game, but it's like a soul simulator that we live and we could come and go back and go and we try different species and different things and we're just like some type of a entity that is intelligence or awareness or something that can spread or something that's infecting the humans or something that is just new, born new out of this species, and seeing that we become like a butterfly somehow. We're passing this species and turning into a fourth dimensional being, like, or something that's all that stuff makes sense when you take psychedelics only, though. And then you see these things, these imageries of these of question marks, like, yo, how can it be that we could astral project or go somewhere and move things, or be in two places at once, or see through walls, or see our bones as we move? Is it the memory of where my arm is at? Is it the bones that I'm seeing? And we have to question ourselves because we haven't been told nothing since we was kids. If we lived in a community where there was shamans never gonna question you, or I mean, quite make you question yourself. If you said you could see your bones through your body and you seen in the darkness and the triple blackness, you seen this or you seen that, they're gonna ask you more questions. They're gonna be intrigued, like, come, we gotta talk. Like, you feel
Yeah.
me? It's like, but in our
They
society,
gonna
it's
have
all,
a name for it, and we like, oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
this right here. You know that you're supposed to be able to do that.
It's always a teaching tool. Like, it's nothing to suppress or you know what I mean. It's always most of it's cautionary tales to not be to be careful of where you're going or what you're doing or what you're communing with, or you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, like, everybody has choices to do whatever they want. But when learning things like this or seeing things like this, making you go research stuff, it makes you look at
Oh, I
society
agree,
as a
bro.
lie. Like everything we've been told is a lie. Everything we've been allowed to read has been checked and ripped pages out
I
and
agree,
stacked
facts.
on shelves and stuff like that where they allow us to see stuff that's already been, what I mean? History has been so smothered and shit like that. There's places, right? Like
And we
I was gonna ask you, what you think about those places that they show, these giant places that were built, like they look like the White House, like the big columns and giant Romanesque big figurine with giant archways, giant doors with little tiny little doggy door for a human on the side, and like crazy things with trees that are humongous that are on the side that are the shrubbery of these buildings, huge trees that are part of the foliage that is part of the thing, and it's like they're talking about they did this as a World's Fair in a certain time, and they constructed it within 6 months, and they tore it down, and things look ancient,
But
ancient,
what if
ancient.
what if like back then the buildings that they created, it made the enemies think that's where their gods resided. So the bigger you make the place where your god resides at or puts his feet at, you're
Yeah,
gonna make it huge.
that could make sense. But what don't is hard to understand is how can we don't know how to do it now? We can't reproduce those things. They had giant statues that were huge, carved that you could see the lining of their t-shirt. You could see the sweat pouring down their skin, their flesh.
Yeah,
Things that were detailed that we can't even carve anymore. We don't even know how to
I
duplicate this on that scale.
I think we
Like, you
can.
know what I mean? Like,
Why?
yo,
Because we haven't
crazy.
you haven't done it yet, man. Because everyone's mind, most people's minds are at somewhere else, focused on like how to build up
Nah,
the
they
system you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably
yeah. It's
why people
definitely
don't do it. And then to answer your first question, you said what's going on with the psychedelics. I think you kind of touched on it when you were talking about simulation and stuff. Maybe those psychedelics are like it's like the technician that works on a computer or internet. They can put in a certain code and tweak it so they can see the code instead of what the picture looks like to us. So what you
You
guys
gotta
are
change
doing
your
is
picture, Rozzy.
you're seeing you're seeing a technician's code of what's going on. That's
like
why
what
you're
happened
able
with
to
Neo.
fucking see everything all at once. Exactly. It's like always there. It's just that not everyone's brave enough to access it.
Man, the people who
I
have, it's amazing, though, right? You know that when the people I have talked to who have taken ayahuasca, it's always like when you compare that to taking even just 5 grams of shrooms, they're like, "What, man? The shrooms was kind of like crazy. Like it's a little bit like challenging to believe that people don't even know that it has the capability to do shamanistic things to you. So it's like and you don't even have to go past that. But it's just saying, I'm just saying that the once you increase the dosage so that it
I
becomes an effective dose towards you, because it's what I mean?
Hey,
Everybody's different.
it's wild because like I was just hearing listening to Timothy Leary last night, and he was talking about LSD and saying that it was more potent than the mushrooms.
It has
Shit.
I think it was
its
early in
differences.
his what's the name, but that's what he was saying though.
Hmm.
I think it's
I
Maybe
think
for
it.
him.
I think it is in a
100% it's
certain
real.
way though. Like let's say
Let's
this,
see,
right?
let's
Like
see
I
it.
could take 30 grams like I did of shrooms and have a blackout that I don't remember what happened while I was like gone for 4 hours, and then I come out of it and I'm whatever tripping balls for like 4 days. But with acid, if I take 3 or 4 tabs,
I use
I
the
have like
force.
a blackout like hangover that I don't remember where I'm at, how'd I get here, whose baby is that, whose dog is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a
Ah,
little bit. In that way, I think acid, as far as gel tabs go, are more obliterating to the memory and to the mind than mushroom. Mushroom to me is memorable, the whole thing,
Yeah,
especially
I'm
on doses that
going
are like
whiskey to wine
10
with
grams.
that one.
yeah, it ain't
Word.
too
Timothy
many
Leary had
people that
motivation
can.
for promoting acid though too.
Yeah.
You know, his own motivation, and also he did work for the government, and then
About
he did work for Harvard. You know, he was the what they call him, the Pied Piper, LSD. He was
Yeah.
like the salesman to promote it. So
Yeah,
and you would
it
think
is
the
amazing.
government would
It is
want you to
amazing.
do acid over mushrooms because, like Elzo's saying that mushrooms is to him is more high power
Hey, I feel
than
that though.
LSD.
Hmm.
I feel that.
You
I
know.
thought the same thing for a while, that Timothy Leary was kind of like a counterculture person that the three letter agencies put there on purpose. Like if they really wanted him out the
Hmm.
way, they could have got him out the way. They posed him as a countercultural leader to get those people who would only bite on something if they felt like they was going against the government, you know. The whole time he was working for them boys. Just
I
like,
mean,
oh, I have a dream ass cat.
yeah,
You know,
but
Yeah,
they
because
they
his
even if
first
they
presentation, his
even if they is going against that, it's still playing along with it because it's still
Right.
within the territory of their domain. So it's
yeah,
like
Exactly.
even if
it was
they did
interesting.
plant him, it was like people still they wasn't gonna stop paying their taxes.
Nah, they did a documentary. They know they was interested in trying to use it for mind control and other things. So they needed people to they needed more lab rats. They
Yeah,
needed
to
people to
try
do
it
this.
and see what happens off of it.
Yeah,
well,
and
yeah,
they
I was
got
saying
and they
the
got
way.
they
What's up,
got they
Ty?
got information out of it too. They got intelligence out of it. They got new stuff, breakthroughs. They got a lot of shit out of it too. So they continued to let it ride, and they
But you
continued to
bring up
do
a
this.
good point. Like his first research grant was for psilocybin at Harvard, and they were
Yeah,
going deep with that at the churches and stuff. They would take it and then go to a church service, and then
Yeah.
do it at
yeah,
a house for like weeks and stuff. But then that shit got shut down. They kicked him out and they fired him allegedly. And then he started promoting LSD. So what would have happened
Exactly.
if instead of LSD was like the drug for the peace and love movement, if it was psilocybin, even though people were doing that, but it wasn't promoted like LSD
Yeah,
was.
it would make
You know,
sense
that would have we
because
probably seen a different society.
if he was doing the psilocybin first, it would have opened him up to a lot of
Yeah,
look what
things. So
happened.
once he dove in on that,
see how Hollywood.
he was gonna get close to the
But look
same
what happened though.
experience.
Look at the outcome, right? Because like I said before, hindsight at that time, there was no way for them to really know what was going on. It was all the government, the smarter people doing smarter moves. So now where we're at, looking back, they knew what they were doing why they were using Timothy Leary and why he could have been a plant and why they was doing what they were doing because acid made billions of
Yeah,
dollars,
billions.
bro.
But somebody,
Billions.
Lucid Dreamer got a good question though. Said, do you think new information is constantly being created, or everything already exists?
Yeah, there's no end to it. There's no end.
Yeah,
That shit is like a virus.
everything
I
already
Information
think
is
the
a
exists. We're
virus.
same
just doing
info
it
get
like this.
remixed
We
together.
just we took the ball and we said, "Hold on, man." I remember we was just throwing this back and forth. Now we're gonna turn it into a baseball. Now we're gonna turn it
Yeah.
into a football. Now we're gonna turn it
Yeah.
into
Yeah,
a soccer ball. It's still a ball
yeah.
though.
Throw the
Yeah.
ball. Yeah, keep going. We could go. We can
Yeah,
make this. We could
Ball is a different game.
play pool and all types of stuff. We could keep
yeah,
going.
we turned to a pool ball. You feel me? One of
Yeah.
those shot puts. It's still a ball.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. Somebody came up with all those ideas. Let's square them out and make them into dice, man. Come on,
Better
man.
yeah,
talk to you.
yeah. He said, man, now hold on. The sun ain't far. It's real far. It's real far. It's further than just far. It's like they take the same shit, bro, and they just kind of remake it, like remaster it, and look at it in a different way. But it's the same
Bro,
output over and over
they
again.
already told us it's the Truman Show, man. They said go lay down, man. We told you, man.
Self, spirit, God, stay God.
This is the Truman
But
Show, man.
look, bro, see, look, man. This is the thing that I don't get that people that I feel like people I see, but I don't know if it's true. But when we think of higher self, what aspect of your higher self would it be? What would be your higher self? Because you got to understand, you built this higher self, lower self, in between self. You built this self over time. You just took all the things that you loved and you felt like was right and true and put them in one box, and that box said higher self on it. So when you opened it
Yeah.
up, it was all your own things in it. Cause it was all the okay. I'm gonna be this the one that he gonna tell me everything that's right. He's not gonna tell me nothing wrong. It's that's the aspect of you. That's your part right there. but you build these different aspects of yourself over
Mhm.
time, and these are just
For sure.
your own entities that live within you. That's why everybody got
Mhm.
one.
For sure. Definitely. And those that don't know that they have it, those are the people who call it a higher self because they think that there's something above them that like that just intervenes. Like, oh shit, I have a part of me that does that is just automatic, autopilot, understands things because but those of us that are chasing it, we're just feeding this intelligence that's us, the awareness, like the building this spiritual self, right? So that way when you die it's even more stronger as a being. You feel me? You're more put together, right? Because the people who are walking around ignorant to it or oblivious to it, they can call it a higher self because they're not even in tune with it. There's just something above them that's floating around and following them, always there. It's really the part of them that's listening that they don't know is listening to things around them. That's really
Yeah.
aware of things that's around them. That part of self that is always that left side of the brain that's always listening to things that no one's listening to.
And it's wild because like that higher self, man, he got pieces of every good person that you ran across. Not just the things that you felt, but the ones that other people felt that you said, oh yeah, he right. Yeah, he got that got added on to him too. But he said, so what is memory? He said, so what is where is that one
Those
at?
people who go through life and they be like, they call the law of attraction and stuff like that. Those are people who in tune,
Silly.
who are in vibrational tune with their higher self, with their aura, with their being, with their astral self, with the self that can come and go as it pleases. Like once you become in tune with that, then you become the higher self in this form that you could make decisions and get, abundance and whatever you want. You become less greedy, less this and less that. You don't care for things. Things just come your way. Like you feel me? Like those are the people who
Yeah.
talk those. I see it that is a possibility if you walk that Gandhi walk or whatever. Like you try to do that thing. Like not specifically in perspective to Gandhi, but I'm just saying is if you have a mindset to have a certain like build your aura, build your soul, your astral self, and be in tune with those around you, be at peace with people around you and things around you, and move in a certain way. The more you move like that, the more you feel as a astral being, as an individual who doesn't have much wants and needs. You don't need, like, you feel me. You become more
Yeah.
and more in tune. You feel me? Like it's like we've made a lot of mistakes though in this life, so we gotta constantly, fix things and do things. We got kids, we got grandkids, we got girlfriend, we got this, we got that. It's like we made these decisions already, so it's like we got to learn how to, backpedal and try to repair, and you know what I mean, and you know what I mean. Like you feel me? Like it's hard to walk a line and to
Yeah.
to to really ascend, you feel me, without first taking care of all the things around you. Like, you know what I mean, to actually take your brain to another levels, which if it's even possible in this lifetime, but it is possible to probably create a lot of energy in this little caterpillar so that when you
Yeah.
become a butterfly, you know what I'm saying, you'll be
That's
singing like
probably
LeVar Burton.
that's probably the high. That's probably how you cultivate a quote unquote higher self is focusing on the things like the things your responsibility, immediate responsibilities. Because most of the time, people are their mind is in the future or complaining about the past, but they're not focusing on the task at hand. And when you're focused, that's when it's timeless. Whatever you're doing, either being playing with your kids
No doubt, yo.
working or
You know
working.
what the
You
kids,
know,
right? Like
that's
your
the
kid,
real
like your kid, like
consciousness,
your
high
kid, like
consciousness.
Booker's kid, his grandkids,
Hmm.
like those kids, those are all investments, man. That's what
Yeah,
the
it's my
real
legacy,
Lego,
man.
the Lego piece is realizing, like, yo, these kids are investments. We could just give them this and that to learn this and learn that, and the kid will have a whole Rolodex of things that they know of, so that when they get older, they could be an ill entrepreneur. With no one ever tell them they're already a boss since they're
Hmm.
little kids, because they got so many ideas already floating through their brain. It's like a super investment. Like you feel me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Kids is
The,
dope, man.
Lucid Dreamer
the
says
real
so.
life lake walking legacy.
Lucid
Yeah.
Dreamer says, so what is memory? Concealing and revealing patches of information, it feels like.
Memory can't be found. Memory can't be found nowhere. They could cut the body up in a million pieces and dissect it and take the brain and look for it and where is it stored, and they can't find it because the body keeps renewing itself every 5, 7 years, I think 10 years or whatever. Is a new, all the little things get flushed out of your body. You piss everything out, you shit everything out,
That's
everything
like
leaves your body. So it's like, where is the memory
That's a
stored at?
memory.
So where's it stored at? They
where's the
say
You
that
store
it's
shit.
at?
stored in the same thing where the astral form is at, the
That
same place
they
where
hold
the
memory
where the
is now memory is held
where
in the
that is.
same place where the nugget is in the chicken. The
Yeah.
No
yes,
bullshit.
the same
But yeah,
place.
same place that where you dream, same place where you go and you dream at, or if you don't even remember dreams, but the same
Lord God
place you
bless the
go where you
word.
sleep at, where you go to
His
sleep.
sins so much
it's
forever.
it's
You know what
three
I mean?
o'clock
That's
in the
where it's
morning
at.
over here. Hey, dude, Ozo, it's 3 o'clock
Damn.
in the morning right now, and I fell asleep listening to the Suge Knight documentary on BT, the old one.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so in my dream, bro, why am I in the studio with Dre and Suge when he confronted like Jerry Heller from Ruthless Records,
Yeah.
like all this weird shit, bro. What the fuck is that? It's
That's the
crazy how
way.
what you
Yo,
you know
yeah,
what's everything in your
yeah,
mind and like really pops up in your dreams. I'm sure it
yeah,
happens when
Bro,
you're
I done
awake,
fell
but
asleep listening to
you really
Ozone.
see it when you
Those
dream,
dream
huh?
years just has
yeah.
become new.
Yeah.
And you
What'd
really
you say,
see it
Con?
when you up. Just gotta
Yeah.
sleep.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Them
Yo,
That's why I
listen,
guess
dreams,
that
it's
yo, it's
important to
dreams
always
is
put
like,
retarded.
good things in your mind.
Them
oh
Yeah.
dreams is
shit.
retarded. They be go
Yeah.
live.
We are. Yeah.
Dreams be crazy
Listen,
as shit.
same thing like he said, Booker, right? Listen, this is the way the brain works, right? Like from my religious family, they went
Sometimes.
into a whole. They took this ball and tried to run with it across the field. You feel me? So let me give you the example though. Like one time, I'm reading Revelations, and I was read. It was late night, and I was reading all type. I was reading all night. Like I was like
Mm.
I read it before I went to sleep. So
Oh wow.
same scenario of you watching something or doing whatever you're doing. Like the brain is weird because I'm reading Revelations and all that, and I go to sleep when I'm tired. I was already reading that I was falling asleep in the reading it. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to read it like as a book. I was trying to get through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm reading it and
Hmm.
I'm reading, and I kept reading. And when I finally was tired and I fell asleep and I couldn't take no more, I went to sleep and I was dreaming and I kept reading Revelations and I seen more
Mm.
revelations that are in the Bible, way more things that happened, way more stuff because my brain kept going with the story and flow of things that I was reading, and it was like, yo, dang, I unfolded that joint,
Yeah.
yo. And
oh man.
the mind is crazy how that works. Like you
Yeah,
feel
it
me?
is.
Yeah, cause
So
Yeah.
yeah, I
I had
believe
a
that
dream.
100%.
I watched the Poetic
Mhm.
Flacco video that day when Big Chill was talking about it. Then I
Oh
had a
God.
dream about the Poetic Flacco. In the dream, I said, "What the heck?" I think
It
my
Oh
was a
man,
nightmare. It was like you were his housemate.
you're
nah,
You
fired.
had to live with
nah,
them. A
nah. We
nightmare,
was
huh?
just supposed to do a podcast or something. It wasn't. Nah, it wasn't
Okay.
like that.
You're fired.
For real. That's why I told my dude in my dream, "You fired. It's over. No more dreams. Shutting my dreams down for 6 months. You on punishment." Oh dang! And I got one here, bro. The Dose bottles in that dream though was shaped so
Of
cold.
Does he got enough sound
mescapade.
bites? Like you got to listen to a whole bunch of it. You'll definitely go to sleep on some cuckoo cocoa puff Captain Crunch shit. Like definitely wake up like,
It,
yo man, I hate Orlando Brown, man. I'm tired of his stupid face, man. Saying dumb shit, man.
he, but he's
He's
on
out of control,
stage.
man.
He forgot. He think he's still acting.
He's crazier than
he
yo. You don't
he
know where
wrote
to
the
go with
he
it,
wrote
yo.
the movie script. He wrote the movie script, and he said, "Yeah, this okay. Yeah, I'm about to play this to everybody."
Yo, listen, he invented true life stories, man. Booker is somebody that he just invented, man. That's just not even a real person. Like he's an AI that is on YouTube that is puppeteered by him.
Yeah, he do something else though, bro. Do something else. Do
Whole
something
time though,
else.
whole time, it's about a solid 10% of that shit that's
Yeah,
real as fuck. And the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
reason they
yeah,
make it is they
He
know
has
nobody gonna be able to sift through all
they
that
need
bullshit
him.
that he's saying
Wasn't
to
it?
real
yeah.
the real shit.
don't he fit right into the narrative? Like I was saying about they have to table feed us the truth with lies, so they're gonna let somebody like him be be Paul Revere and say a bunch
I
of
can't even
stuff
see the
and let
Instagram
him be
shit.
Paul Revere because look at him, he's looking like a chicken with his head cut off. Like look at him. And but if
Look at it.
everybody's saying that, but they allow it because once he says it, it's like a warning label. We told y'all, we let y'all
Yep.
hear what was going on. You know what I'm saying? By letting him speak, letting his words be out there, all that stuff. But those are warning labels that allow them to pull wool over us. That they already told us. Oh, you thought it was a movie. Oh, you thought it was Orlando Brown's stupid face. Oh, you thought it was this. Oh, you thought it was TMZ. Oh, you man, we sanction
He,
all of that.
It's like it's like how Soldier Boy was looking crazy as hell talking about all the shit he invented, but then they start looking at it and realize he
Hmm.
really did do half that shit.
He's trying to be like Busta Rhymes and
he
stuff,
said,
man.
"Man,
What,
you got
man?
all them
Busting
blank
rhymes.
bills under
He
them
invented.
hundreds, under that $100 bill, Soldier Boy. That we should have known back then. We should have known then,
Oh,
bruh.
He, those are your Buster Rhymes fan?
nah, I'm good.
Okay. He invented the choker before XXX. He was wearing
Yeah,
chokers before.
He do have that weak ass choker on.
a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. He was a man
Remember when
bun
he was
first.
Yo,
he
it's this
thought
He
the
did a
guy.
man
lot of
bun? He
things.
invented that. Yeah.
He did a lot of things first. He
Yeah,
wore the
that's
He
why
had.
purse.
It's this
He
guy
wore
that
a
just
purse
made.
first.
Yeah.
He
It's
did a
this.
lot of fruit swan things that fruit swans do. Like he did a lot of that stuff first.
Buster
What'd you
Buster
say?
Squad.
was wearing chokers back when
What'd you
it was
say,
just him and Tony
Justin?
Braxton.
Hey,
Hmm.
yeah, it's this guy.
Hey,
He
try.
just invented this 20-foot renewable energy machine. He not revealing all the details on how it's made, but he got it on his block, and everybody hating on him. They said, and they all seem like they don't know a lick about how electric works in the first place. The people they was interviewing on the news, like, yeah, we're happy that thing is out of here because it would like glow real light when it got dark outside. It would just be
Yeah.
like a glowing light tower. But he talking about, and he on the news saying, yeah, people always fearful of things, but big projects always start in backyards at times. This one just happened to be big, and then they got the city to tell him to remove it and everything, and it's like
Yeah.
a 20-foot renewable energy tower. I never seen anything like it. And he's saying it's working. He's doing improvements, but
Hmm.
everybody is like, we don't know what that is. Take it down. Take it down.
I came
I bet you
outside
his same
yesterday. It
quote
was going
unquote.
wah wah wah. I looked at around.
That's why you need property, man. That's why you need acres to do stuff like that, man.
Hmm.
I bet you we
Oh
gonna see
man.
his same quote unquote neighbors on TV protesting in front of the White House in a couple days.
Hmm.
And then it's gonna be the same one that pop up at a school shooting somewhere.
Same actor every
No, no.
time.
I mean, like
Oprah.
literally, they look like they didn't go to school that much. Like they're not even
This
like to
is the
be hated.
streaming show,
I was like,
man.
why y'all interview these people? Like they did this
They,
all on purpose because the electric company and the government they don't want him to have that stuff there anyway too. If you
yeah,
want
Yeah.
to
you
talk
know
conspiracy.
that other dude that live across the street that was like, I knew he was building that. I thought it was gonna help everybody out. They said we ain't putting him on there. It's just
Yo,
so
the only thing, yo, listen, the only
we ain't
thing
putting him.
that's real, right? Yo, when you leave the house, the
Oh, they
accidents
smell
that
horse
happen in
butt.
front of you, the people in the streets driving around, the people at school, the things that where you go, those things are real, right? Everything else, like the news and everything that's happening on the news is all fake. It's all Truman Show. The wars, all that shit. Everything that happens, all of that shit is all Truman Show shit. Sanctioned things to talk about, to have us worried about, to have us putting energy into, to have us
Mind
putting in
tricks.
money, sending money, or donating, or all that stuff is all Truman Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, so they
Yeah.
don't like the people who unplug from the Truman Show.
I
So
think
it's
it's an energy harvest.
Only thing we
something.
can do
I think it was real
is
obvious when the news cycle was
process.
running
That's
that death
it.
toll ticker that COVID was popping, and they literally had the ticker right up there, like they was really counting every second when somebody dropped, and the ticker would just kept going up.
What?
Like 3,300,000 people then fucking died and shit.
Wait, what was
Come
this
So
on.
you
on?
think there's an energy harvest going on, like of the negative energy,
What
That
and
the?
ain't that's not a ticker,
some
that's
beings
a
are feeding off that.
Yeah,
hell
Some
but
beings
yeah.
feeding off.
if look, I'm gonna
Well,
tell
And
you
yeah,
and
get
though.
them views.
Hey, the
If it
reason women
is,
ain't
it's
gonna
a
see
part of you
a
that's deep
cartoon
down inside of
is
there.
Uh-huh.
It's a you that's
Yeah.
deep down inside of there that's feeding off of everything.
If they got a ticker, right, that's ticking it off, they have to have, maybe they're tricking people to get signed back up and be born again type of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's
Well,
like you
Oh
know what I mean?
shit.
He
yeah,
said
that
we
goes
got
with
Something
what?
like
what you were
Yeah.
saying about like the soul reincarnation trap.
Hey,
that.
hold
Hmm.
on,
Like when
Ozo.
could be
Hold up. What's going on
a
with that
Yeah,
shit?
psyop
How
for
that's
that.
how
not
you
the
know that?
story though.
We watching the archives.
Yeah.
And
So
the
What do you
soul
mean tricking people to
reincarnation
That's
come
trap.
back?
shut up, man.
Like, you know,
that's
they're
not
ticking it off. If they
narcissism.
got a ticker showing,
Man,
they
out
could
of here.
tell exactly
Uh,
when birth and death. They could know. They know when. They know what's going on. Like they do. There's somebody that knows
oh
that this is
And
a
dang.
that,
game.
He said, "Yeah, look,
Father
and
time.
Ozo is 2 weeks over. He's spoiled. We gotta get him out of here." Like, true,
I gotta get out of
he, he skipped us for the last three
here.
years.
They're like, yo, we were supposed to kill him in the motorcycle accident. Why is he still running his lip?
I'm like,
Also,
man.
when you did that, did you see the light, as people say sometimes when they're near
Nah, to
death?
me, I always thought that I would see death coming. Like I didn't care. Like I thought that I don't care about shootouts or none of that stuff. Like stupid things that I would think of, from watching, from being in Boys in the Hood and living literally in Boys in the Hood. Like you feel me, type of thing. That a lot of my friends, people that I knew died. A lot of people from like a lot of things happened that I always thought that I would see it coming. Even car accidents I've been into, everything was slowed down, slow motion. I've been shot. I've been through a bunch of things, right? So I always thought that whatever, if it comes, yo. Like, you know what I mean? And when this motorcycle accident happened, it's a real wake up call to me because it was like if I never existed, like if I never, like when I came back, like I didn't know I was gone. I never knew that I was in a coma. I never knew that I was in a. I don't remember still the bike or riding the bike or the accident or anything that happened to me. When I seen pictures of me shown to me of me on the bike, it looked like CGI. Like if it was a CGI, like if somebody put me there, like if I never took this picture before, like how is this me? Like you know what I'm saying? Um, so it's crazy how life is though. Like you feel me? Like I don't I might have not survived that shit. So I thought that I would have known that was an accident, but I didn't. I woke up from that, and it made me see that life really can leave in the blink of an eye. Like you don't
Hmm?
have time to prepare for nothing, so you just have to
Right.
enjoy life and move a certain way right now,
But
all
now,
the
how
time,
did
at all
you like?
times.
What was like the deepest feeling you had when you seen those pictures and you knew you couldn't remember none of it?
I thought it was not. Yo, word. I seen. I looked at the picture and I thought they were showing me a picture, like the person, the girl was showing me a picture, and I'm looking at the picture and I'm looking at her in the picture, like, oh, okay, that's a cool picture of you on the bike or whatever. And then I'm looking at the bike still, and I'm like, and then I see the person and the bike, and it was me, and I'm like, what, man? Like it was me? Like it didn't even make sense to me. Like it was like a looking
Yeah.
at a CGI picture, like if somebody, like the Mandela effect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And so it
Hey,
didn't
what if
bring
So,
you
back no
what if you
memory or
really didn't make it
nothing.
out of that shit?
huh? What happened?
I
I
said,
just
what if
thought.
you really didn't make it out of that shit and heaven just weak as fuck?
There, I just wouldn't know nothing. I just wouldn't have never been. It's like if I never came here, it was like I never even got to play the game. Like, yo, let me go next. Yo, let me
Hey,
take that
can
hit.
you
Yo,
mute your
let me
mic,
go. Let me
Just
be human.
what's that?
I said, can you mute your mic? You just,
Oh,
I, I feel like it
it's
was
getting
something
loud.
like
You
that.
cool
Like, you know what
now?
I mean?
You
Like,
cool
I
now
would have
though?
probably died and had to start over because I never, I don't remember nothing about the karmic wheel or what I did or how I lived or anything. I had no memories of nothing.
Hey, you ever wonder what happened if you see pictures from like another life and your memories come back the same way your memories come back you talking now?
Yeah, yeah, because sometimes I've had it took me 24 hours. Like I went to a funeral and I seen a lady that knew me and I knew her when I seen her face, but I don't know why my brain put her into a category of this is my mom's friend from New Jersey that lived in a house that one time she stayed at my mom's house and I knew her because she was like my mom's roommate type of shit for a little while when she was trying to find a foothold out here in Mass, right? And so I was like, yeah, yeah. So when the lady said, "You remember me?" and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I remember you," and I could see in her face that she knew that I kind of didn't know, or she got the hint and she just she gave me a hug or whatever and she left. It took me a whole 24 hours later. This is like, I know people forget stuff all the time and things like this happen normally, but to me this was like crazy, yo. So the next day I woke up and I was doing something and I thought, and it just hit me like, wow, like, yo, that was my boy's mom. That, bro, I done left my crib. I lived in this lady's crib before. Like, this lady knows me like if she was my second mom. And I'm over here, didn't even recognize the lady, didn't know the lady, didn't even know who she was until whole 24 hours later that I felt mad bad, that I felt like, damn, yo, like, she knew that I didn't remember her, yo, when she see me, yo, because of my reaction, yo. Like, I was like, damn, that's crazy, yo. But things like that have happened to me. A bunch of things like that have
Is
happened.
that because you don't really attach yourself to people, even though you may love them and like them, have friends and stuff? Maybe like yeah, you really are about that in the sense of like, hey man, I don't have much attachments here in this dimension.
Yeah,
When I'm gone, I'm gone. So maybe that's why
Yeah,
you don't remember people
yeah,
that in the
yeah.
past like that.
I
Because
do
you're
remember like my family, my loved ones, my peoples, and it's crazy too because I could have forgot everything from the entire Discord and everybody from Booker and all that stuff, but I didn't. I remembered all my trips. I remember the shrooms, how to make them, how to grow them, all that stuff. I remember, but I can't remember the bike. I can't remember the like there was a whole bunch of things that like I don't even know certain things that I don't even remember until the time comes that I gotta think of it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
mm,
It's like I don't. It's not like I forgot,
that's
and it's like at the
wild.
tip of my tongue, like, oh, I kind of know what I kind of remember. It's like, nah, like yo, I could go on a truth machine, and it'll be like, I don't know, and I really don't.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah. Yo, the good thing of it though, I'm always been a movie buff, and right now, like we could talk about movies, and I could tell you what movies is, or which movies is fire, what they're about, I'll give you a whole synopsis of the movie. But then if I go
mm.
watch the movie, there's mad chunks of the movie that I've never seen before. Every time, like what? How?
I do
How
that.
again?
I
Every
do that.
time,
I do
even if I
that
watch
right
the movie
now.
again,
I
Hey,
watch it
yo,
every
like
was
time.
six
that you who
times.
talked about American Gods?
Yeah,
Hey,
I,
hey, shout out to
Like
you, my guy. I'm
so
almost through the first
professional.
season. That shit is
Uh,
incredible, my nigga.
So
That shit
on
is
it.
crazy. Shout out to you.
Yeah, American
man.
Gods.
That's
You ever,
up there, bro. That's
I
one of my
think
favorite It's one of my favorite shows.
there's a book too.
If you think about it, the only real
Yeah, I'm gonna check
thing
that out.
here is feelings. Oh dang, that's
That
it.
I Love
What do you
Lucy
like
uh,
got
about
me
it, bro?
tripped.
What's your thing? What do you like the
Oh,
most? My favorite
I
thing was
ain't
the
finished the first
holiday at the end.
season yet. So it sounds
Oh,
like
the
y'all
first
done
season.
watched how I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
right
don't give.
now it's like the subtle nuance and how they explain the structure of
The
gods without it
holiday.
being so direct. You know, like
Hmm.
an anime or some shit, the dialogue between the characters got to explain the whole storyline. So it's like, aha, you caught me, and I planned that you would catch me because this was my plan to blow up the world the whole time and shit. They got to explain it. They
Hmm.
explain the subtle nuance and the almost like otherworldly concept of gods in such a subtle but distinct way so that you really without too much being said directly at all you get a real sense for what each of these gods is about, what their character is like, sort of what kind of powers they lean towards, and it's all done in a way where you feel like you learning about it from the main character's perspective. You know, you
Yeah.
don't feel like you were ahead of the story where you know what's gonna come. And then
Do they?
they just put so many little spins on on I guess kind of like woke topics that are already popular. You know, they slip in things like the I Love Lucy. That is the way they played I Love
Did-
Lucy as if it's actually a play on Lucifer make you wonder if that was actually what they was doing the whole
so do
time.
did
And
like in that show? Cause I still ain't watched it. I think I seen
I
parts of it.
I don't want to fuck it up for you. That's what I was gonna ask. This one of them I wouldn't want to spoil it for
I
sure.
seen parts of it, but
So
I'm
I ain't
saying
gonna
that
take too
they
much
never
from
did come out the character of who they were, or what god they were.
Uh,
They do, but it's real
They do.
subtle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not
Yeah.
like a label across the screen. You have to kind of see how the other gods talk to them, or you have to see how they present themselves, what form they take on. Because when the I Love Lucy shit pops up, I ain't gonna say exactly how it happened because it's just so fucking cool,
Mm.
right? I'm gonna just say it's on a television, right? Um,
Television.
the way they chose to present it, right? One,
Mhm.
Lucy was obviously gonna make you think of Lucifer, but two, he actually pops up as the main character, Lucy, and I Love Lucy. So it's a woman, but you automatically get that sense that this is like a higher intelligent being. You know, he's
Yeah.
being a woman, but you can clearly look through that shit and see that, oh, this is you talking to a being that's coming through a woman, and they make that so clear within seconds. Like the artistry of it, like the filmography of it, the direction of it. This is solid, my God.
Yeah.
Like this is they put some thought into this, and this is one of those where people who studied occult concepts and occult mythology definitely were in the writers' room with it because it's very accurate. They even went down to his main mentor named Wednesday. If you know anything about Wednesday, the days of the week and the gods that they pertain to, and what those gods do and how they supposedly act according to the mythology, right the fuck on, man. Right, but it's a spin. It ain't nothing like nothing like you know the way they illustrate gods in other movies. Like
Yeah,
I ain't never seen Lucifer portrayed as I Love Lucy.
yeah. The commonalities there that all the gods they all are taking something from humans. Kind of like the
Right, right,
archon
right.
idea of the Gnosticism. No matter if they're a good god, a nice god, a mean god, indifferent,
Yeah,
they all take from the humans.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I mean the humans get something out of it, I guess, but the gods they need the humans. Look, they're fighting a war to get the humans' attention. That should tell us something here now on Earth, how important your attention is, your
And
awareness.
that's what I was alluding to earlier when I said it's an energy harvest.
Yeah. hmm That
But
god
yeah,
of Isle of Lucy, the
fellas, for real.
Lucifer shit, bro. That one guy wasn't he like the mass communication god? I forgot his name, Mr. Big or something like that.
Oh my God, Mr. Big.
The
Because they
Mr.
had new
Big.
gods and old gods. They had the old gods, like
Yeah, yeah.
but then they had the new
Um,
gods, like Mr. Like the technology boy, future.
the
And then
boy, yeah, that was the boy.
they had the mass communication. You
Wasn't
know,
that the dude
that's the
who
real
would
god, the
change
new
his
god.
face?
Yes.
He like changed his face to show
The
all the different memories. That's where I'm at with it. I'm like one episode past that, so I just
Mm.
seen him pop in to like discipline the young boy god. You know,
so Mr. Big
Future
was
boy.
Mr.
He's smoking
controlling
DMT
every.
in the book. He in the book he's smoking DMT. That
Oh,
young
that's right.
future boy on that pipe. It's a toad. It's a toad.
Oh, what in the show is
Yeah.
a
Oh, the
toad?
toad.
Well, he's smoking. I think that's a nod to DMT.
No, it was toad. It was toad. I
The
forgot how
toad
they
is.
Yeah, I
did it,
know.
man.
I'm
But
saying.
they
The, t-
showed an
I'm saying that
actual
you get
image
the
of a
some of those
toad
toad
is
toads
pop
have
up.
DMT.
DMT, right?
Yeah.
Nah,
It is
the
DMT.
toad and
It's
the
five
It's
Wu-Tang
different
and the
MEO.
kinds,
toad
my
are two
boy.
different things.
It's
Mufo.
different
Ain't it
kinds.
the
It's,
ain't it
it's different levels.
Well, that's what I got from him. In my mind, it's like, hey, shit, this ain't the future boy.
No, no, listen,
He's smoking DMT like cigarettes.
and the frog are two different things, right? So one of them, the sapo, is different from the DMT toad. The DMT toad is different from the sapo. The sapo,
Okay.
they take the poison from his skin and they put it on a cut on your body.
Yeah.
They scrape it
Yeah.
and they put the cut on your body. But the DMT toad, you
yeah.
smoke that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, the
I mean,
five
either way,
ME
I'm
the five
thinking
MEO
psychoactive shit.
DMT.
Hmm.
Oh shit! So are they both 5-MeO? The toad and the frog?
One
Toad
of them
is
is
a frog.
goes into your bloodstream and makes you puke and makes you feel nauseous and does this and that. But
That's
the
the
other
okay.
one
So that's the
is
That's
frog.
the poison
yeah,
one.
yeah, that's the frog.
The toad is definitely 5-MeO.
Definitely five
Oh, I
MEO.
didn't know that.
I've done both Cambo and 5-MeO.
Yeah,
Nice.
God damn.
that is
The
right.
fact that he just said that and nothing else. Like he he ain't say what that shit was like. He ain't say what that shit tastes like,
Yeah,
smell like.
we.
Like he actually wrote that.
Yeah, I
Like
think he
God
went in a few
dang.
times off the five MEO.
I
Bro,
work with
I'm
Spot.
still waiting for
I
that,
like
man.
that
I've
time.
been so close, I thought, and that shit still ain't came to me, man.
Yeah,
I'm
that time.
looking
He
daytime
went
with a
in a few
flashlight,
times.
but it
But
still
I
got to
gotta
be the right scenario.
I hate to head out, but I gotta head out, bro. It's getting so hot in here I can barely breathe. I'm like
Oh man, I know you headed to the day party and shit, bro. You gonna put one of them big ass hats on?
you feel me? we
I
probably
feel
just gonna
you.
do the usual, go to the beach and go swimming.
Big ass hat.
That's it. It's hot in the mud right now.
Okay, man. I gotta see that, man. I'm gonna have to see
Yeah,
Pluto.
man. Get down with the family,
Yeah,
bro.
but
Enjoy your
yeah.
time.
All right. Good looking out and stopping by. Blackskin, make sure y'all check out his channel, Book of Gabriel. Just Ty got a channel, Just
Thanks, True.
Ty now. In tune,
No doubt.
Ozo. Man, I
Hey,
holler.
hey.
Peace.
Peace. But yeah, thank y'all for joining. And the Discord be open to anybody that's kind of out there. It's just like an open podcast. That's it, to where we just talking and chopping it up. So, just be like, post the Discord. And if you got Discord, I'll post it. And it's open for everybody to come in and join and be able to talk if you want to. But